Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to today's Facebook and YouTube Live. I'm excited to see everyone, and it has been a while since we have caught up and chatted. So I'm excited to see everybody. If you have been following us for a while, please be sure to comment where you are from. It really is fun to see that our viewers are from all over the world. Shelly, you are the first person I'm seeing over here on Facebook. Welcome. Glad you are here today. I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. I know I've been busy with gathering everything for my kids for their Halloween costumes. I had a couple of kids change their minds with what they want to be for Halloween, what they want to dress up as. And so I've tried my best to honor that this year. Some of my kids are picking things that are like a theme where they all go together. And then some of my other kids just want to be like their own thing this year. So that's been kind of new. For our family this year, Christine Fish 36, you're the first person I'm seeing over here on YouTube. Welcome. Good afternoon. And Shira is from North Carolina. Welcome. Shelly is from Jasper, Indiana, and Luann is from Rhode Island. Welcome. Melanie Gavin is just tuning in over on Facebook. And Susan is from Grafton, Massachusetts. Welcome. Barbara is from Wisconsin. And Darlene says, hi from Oregon. Rain is coming on Friday here. I really do miss living in the Northwest. This time of year is actually my favorite, September and October, because it's just warm and cozy. So glad you guys are tuning in. Michelle Brown is from New Jersey and Christine is from Florida. We've got Brittany tuning in from Alabama and Janet has just joined us over on Facebook. Linda is from Birmingham in the UK. I think I read that correctly. Caitlin is from Florida and Kimberly is tuning in as well. And Michelle is from Houston, Texas. Well, you guys, let's just dive on in here. We have had a lot going on in our household. If you have been following and watching my stories on Instagram and on Facebook, I attended a Ben Rector concert. He was in St. George for just a little while for the PGA Tour. So I got to go to a little concert that he put on out at Black Desert, and he is so talented. If you don't know who Ben Rector is, check him out on Apple Music. He is a musician and artist. He plays the piano, the guitar, and he's a singer-songwriter, and he is my absolute favorite. So if you guys are fans, I know he's coming to Salt Lake in like a week. Or like next month. I've had a ton of people messaging me at how talented he is and how excited they are to watch because they have tickets to his concert with their family. So, anyway, that was really a fun night. It was a little bit chilly and I was a little underdressed for the weather because it is starting to cool off here in Southern Utah. I don't know where everybody else is from. But fall here is like hot and then cold. Like one day I'm in shorts and the next day I'm like wearing a jacket. So it's kind of good to have like both. Um, Debbie says she's from Harriman, but she's on her way to St. George. Right now it is bright and sunny with a little bit of clouds, and it is just perfect outside. Absolutely perfect weather today. But I'm glad you guys are here. So let's dive on in here. My kids for Halloween, I've had several people asking about that. Tiffy Girl 07 says, what are your kids being for Halloween? My kids this year are being the K-pop demon hunters. So my girls are excited to dress up as the three girls in that movie. So Daisy's excited because she's going to be Rumi, and Rumi is kind of like the star of the show. And sweet Daisy, who's so tenderhearted and just kind of timid and shy and more quiet, is really excited. She was really inspired watching that film. And so we've been practicing our purple hairstyles. So I'll be sharing that in some content here in a little bit. From last week, we were practicing that. And then I've got girls that are going to be Mira and Zoe are the other two. And then Logan wants to be the cat. So he's going to be the blue cat of that film. And then Lincoln wants to be his own person. So he's going to be a Pokemon. I think I'm saying that right. A Pokemon guy. I think his name is Ash. So if you guys are into Pokemon, that's what he's excited to be. Kitty is from Newfoundland, Gander, Newfoundland. Welcome. And Martha is just tuning in. And Patty is from Ohio. Let's see. We've got Cindy is from New Hampshire. And Matt Tinney says, hi, your channel has helped me out a lot. Last year, I had a major heart attack in December. I'm having foot surgery. Please send prayers. We will send you prayers, Matt. You know, I've really loved these Wednesday chats because I feel like it's like my favorite people I get to hang out with and I get to look forward to every Wednesday. I think it's just been cool to have like a place where we can gather. And it's been really special for me. So, anyway, if you guys will pray for Matt here, that has been going through some things, it sounds like. I know that when you all prayed for me years ago when I was pregnant with the quintuplets, it was really helpful. So, let's see. Mary is from Ohio. I don't usually get to catch you live, so I'm excited. Been watching since the beginning. Well, thank you for tuning in from the beginning. Our family has been through so much in the last 8 years. We've had so many great things happen to our family. We've had some hard things, as you guys know. But I'm just grateful for the love, the kindness, and support. And my kids are grateful for it too. Okay, let's take our next question. It is from Alicia. Are the Quins going to play sports this year? I hope so. Daisy and Lily really want to get back into dance. And Violet, I just don't see her as a dancer, but she might feel a little left out if her sisters start doing dance again. So it's one of those where we're having that conversation where I'm like, Vivi, if I'm going to pay for you to do dance class, you have to go to dance. So we'll see. But the girls definitely want to go back to dance. As far as sports, Logan actually would love to do gymnastics again. At their preschool, they would have like a gymnastics day, and Logan really thrived in that environment because they really challenge and push the kids, which was wonderful for me to see as a parent. He still will do just like headstands in the middle of a field, in the middle of a room, anywhere he can. So he really likes challenging himself through physical activities and exercise. I could see my kids, even all five, like getting into soccer. So we will have to see probably come January. Lynette is tuning in from Mesa, Arizona. Welcome. And Colette is from Liverpool. I'm excited to see you guys all here. Cindy says, my daughter hated tights at 4, 5, 6, but finally loved it. And she's like, dance, it sounds like until 18. I think that's part of it. Like Violet is like all of my kids have like sensory stuff. So they have to have like really stretchy, comfortable clothes. And part of ballet class is you have to have your hair in a tight bun, you have to have tights, and you have to wear a leotard. And that was really hard for Vivi. She just didn't like it. But there are other forms of dance, including jazz, hip hop, um, all kinds of other things that I think she may be interested in. So we will just have to see, but probably come January, I'll sign my kids up for sports. Deborah asks, could you show some of the earlier videos with Violet and Shaden? They are my favorite. Shaden and Violet always have had such a special relationship, and I've thought a lot about it over the years, and I think that because Violet was the first baby that Shaden held, it was just so special. But I think they can also relate to each other. Shaden, as you guys know, is the oldest of our family, and then Violet is the oldest of the quintuplets. And so I think they just get each other. I think Shaden really appreciates Violet's spunk and her humor. And she's just always down for a good time, which is kind of refreshing. And she's so honest. Sometimes she's like brutally honest, where you're like, wow, Vivi. Okay, that was blunt, but true. So the girl's just funny. We are excited. Shaden and Tatum are coming down tomorrow, actually. So we're looking forward to seeing them as a family. They'll be celebrating Tatum's mom's birthday, which was just within this last week. So happy birthday to Amanda, Tatum's mom. She's pretty awesome. And for those of you that are just tuning in, like Shaden is now married and they are doing so well. They're going to school up at UVU, so Utah Valley University. They're both continuing their education, both working, and we're just proud of them. They're just wonderful young adults that are just doing good things. And I just couldn't be more grateful to have Tatum as my daughter-in-law. She really is like that sibling for my younger kids that they always wanted. And it's pretty special because my girls feel like now they have a big sister. So shout out to Tatum and Shaden. We are so excited to see you in the next day or so as you guys are coming over. Okay, next question is from Geraldine. I think is how to say your name. Does Landon have a car of his own? Not yet. He and I have been brainstorming about the vehicle he would like to save up for. So that is something that we are working towards as a family, is him having his own vehicle so he can drive to and from school. He does have his learner's permit right now. So every morning he drives to school, and he's actually a really cautious driver, which I love having a teenage son that's so mindful in his driving. So he's been doing good. Renee Cook is tuning in from Louisiana. Welcome. And Sharon just tuned in as well over on Facebook. Hi, Sharon. Okay. Next question is from Grandma Mickey. How does Landon deal with the Quints getting into his stuff? He does not like having the Quints touching his stuff now that he is 15 years old. And the Quints now have gotten a lot better at respecting his space. They've gotten better at boundaries, and they understand they are not allowed to go in his room unless they ask for permission or they are invited in. And Shaden, as close as he was to the Quints when they were younger, that was kind of something that Shaden went through too. Like when he was younger, he loved having the babies like in his space and all of that. But as he got about 13, 14, 15, he really needed his own sense of identity, his own sense of self, his own sense of style, and his space. And so it's kind of been the same thing. So the Quints are learning that they do need to give Landon some space because he likes his time to be his own. He's still a really great big brother, and he does enjoy spending time with the siblings. But he is getting older, and that's actually fun to see him come out of his shell a little bit more as he is getting more involved with school, with friends, and sports and choir, all the good things. It's just been really fun as his parent, as his mother, to see that as he is coming into his own as his own person. Okay, next question is from Aaron SMB. Will you come to Europe in the next 2 years, alone with Landon or with all 7 kids? I would love to come to Europe. It's been my dream to go to the UK and to go to France and see some of these places where my family, like heritage, actually came from. I think that would be really cool. I It would take me a while to save up because I feel like the needs of my kids right now is just so great that I don't see us traveling just yet. I feel like we're just so busy at home that I can't skip a beat. And if I were to travel to the UK, to Europe, I would wanna spend at least a couple weeks there and just take my time and not feel rushed. Plus, I don't know how well I would do with jet lag. Does Landon still play the guitar was one of the questions. He has his guitar. He doesn't play as much as he used to, but he can play the guitar a little bit. He can still play the ukulele a little bit. So when he was younger, he took ukulele lessons, but he's very musical. He's involved with his high school choir, so they're now practicing all of their Christmas songs, which is crazy that Christmas is right around the corner because we haven't even gotten through to Halloween yet. Shira says, remember to hit the like button. Yeah, be sure to hit the like button. I would love that. Bernadette says, your hair looks so beautiful. Thank you. I hadn't highlighted my hair, like put highlights in my hair for an entire year. But Chad had given me a gift certificate over a year ago, and I hadn't used it yet. And so yesterday I went and had my hair done. So thank you for noticing. Um, okay, our next question is from Caitlin Martin. She says, what's your favorite thing to make for your kids? I have started this tradition as a family, and we make German pancakes and French toast every single Sunday because I really want my kids to associate the Sabbath day as a day to gather, like as family, to slow down, to just be, to enjoy our time together. And I wanted them to associate the Sabbath day or Sunday as a day of like sweetness. And so I think my kids definitely got the memo about the sugar because they always get like sugar overload after we make it. And then we like head to church. They have a hard time sitting still. But I want that to be one of their core childhood memories is Sundays. When I was a kid, I didn't really understand why Sundays were so special or what made them so great. But now that I'm adult, an adult, I really look forward to the Sabbath day, a day that I can unwind, a day that I can reflect on the week that I had, a day that I can take the sacrament, and a day that I can set goals for what I want personally and what I would like to be and who I want to be and what I want to do with my kids for the up and coming week. So I really do look forward to Sundays now that I'm adult. I don't feel like I really get my Sunday naps in now that I have quintuplets, but the weeks that I don't have the quints, I do feel like I'm able to rest up a little bit more. But one of my other things that we're really looking forward to is carving pumpkins with my kids because Halloween is coming up this next week. I have a question for you guys though. Do you enjoy Halloween more or do you enjoy Christmas more? Some people say they love Halloween more than Christmas. For me, it's kind of a toss up. To me, like Halloween is the celebration of childhood, and I really look forward to it. I love seeing the excitement in my kids' eyes, the magic of creating and getting to be whatever it is that you want to be. But I also love Christmas because it's all about giving and it's also about receiving. Because if you only have people that give, you don't have people that receive. So it's important. My kids are excited for both. Okay. Our next question is from Anita. How is little grandma doing? She's doing good. So it is Wednesday. Every Wednesday, she has family. My sister and her kids always go over to spend Wednesdays with little grandma. We love her. She really is angelic. And if you guys have been following for a while, you know how much we love and appreciate her. My kids are so lucky to get to have a great grandma, to get to have great grandparents, really. I didn't really get to know my great grandma. She was pretty old by the time I was born. So I have a few memories with her. Like I remember she would feed us vanilla ice cream. And I remember that she didn't remember who we were as grandkids because she had dementia by then. So those are my memories of my great grandma. My kids are going to have so many memories with great grandparents, which is pretty darn special. Darlene says she loves Christmas more. She loves the trees too. God's love to all of us. Definitely Christmas is what Shira says. And Carol Davis says, Jamie, I like Christmas more. A lot of people like Christmas more. Some people, though, just really love Halloween. They love the decorating, they love all of it. Jenna Hansen is tuning in from Pleasant Grove, Utah. Dorothy says she likes Christmas better. Betty is just tuning in. Betty, it's good to see you. Um, I am just excited. This season, every year I look forward to, we have Halloween, we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, and I'm already starting to put aside things that I would like to give my kids for Christmas. So I'll be sharing some of those things with you guys. And I also want to share with you guys, like some things my kids have played with every single week. And they have been toys that have lasted a long time. As you guys know, I like open-ended toys. I like STEM toys. Even Landon has talked about this. He loves like sensory friendly things, like Melissa and Doug, wooden toys. So I'm going to be sharing in my stories in the up and coming months some of the things that we have that we love. So if you're looking at gifts for your kids, your grandkids, things that are going to stand the test of time and last a long time, and things that kids are actually going to play with, like it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. I have found that the simplest items hold greater value to my kids and they play with them a lot more. So I'm really excited to be sharing those with you. Carla is tuning in from Portugal. Hi, Carla. Good to see you. And Cheryl is tuning in as well. You guys, I feel like you're all my friends because I recognize these names because you guys have watched and followed us for so long. And I am so grateful to know all of you. So thank you for being here. Okay, I will take a few more questions that are coming in. I do have a few questions for you, gals. What are you looking forward to most with this season between Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving? What are you looking forward to? Personally, what goals do you have? What memories do you want to create with your family? Bernadette says, do you do advent calendars? I personally don't do advent calendars. Do you do advent calendars? My mom, my kid's grandma Smith, she does an advent calendar and she hides little treats in it. So every time the kids come over to her house, they can find like little caramel candies. Like I love eating caramels during Halloween. It's just nostalgic for me. And little treats. And so they always like to be first at grandma's house to find those things. Christine says just being with family is what she looks forward to with most. And then Mama 413 says, I look forward to your live videos. Well, I'm glad you look forward to my live videos too. Carol says, I have enjoyed this. Thanks. Donna is just tuning in. And Stephanie is from Pennsylvania, and Linda is from Pennsylvania as well. She says she loves fall. Jane, it's good to see you. She's just tuning in as well. Um, Mama 413 says, I am looking forward to spending time with my family and friends. Karen says she loves decorating the house. Donna asks, are you still in a relationship with Chad? That is a very good question. I have addressed this before. Chad doesn't wish to be on social media. He and I have been taking a break. We do still see each other, and he still is one of my favorite people. So he is just a good man. This month of October, he's super busy with PGA Tour, with Huntsman World Senior Games, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We haven't spent as much time together, I think, as we would have liked to. So we're just kind of taking a pause right now. But he is still someone that I just admire, and he has a wonderful ex-wife. He has wonderful children, and they're people I really care about. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. Lou Ladybug Lover says, hanging out with my grandkids. I love them so much. I hear that being a grandparent is amazing. Now, I don't think I'm going to be a grandparent for quite some time, but it is something that I do look forward to, and I'm hoping that some of these toys that I've collected over the years, I will still have the day that I am a grandma, and that they'll be nostalgic. My kids played with some toys, and that one day grandkids will play with those same toys. That's been pretty special at both grandparents' houses to kind of see that in my kids. And it's kind of nostalgic to be like, oh my gosh, I remember that little Fisher Price play set. My son played with that, or I played with that. And then Nicole, yes, we still remain very, very good friends. Mama 413 says, yes, being a grandparent is amazing. Um, Carol Davis says, I like being with my family and spending time with my family over the holidays. And I like when you come online. Well, thank you. And somebody just sent me stars. So I really appreciate that. That's so kind. So yeah, I am excited for Halloween. We've got the Halloween parade at the school coming up. Somebody just sent me more stars. Thank you. I never know what's going to happen when you guys send me stars. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you are watching on YouTube right now, somebody sent me stars and then it just put like bunny ears on myself. So anyway, if you're over on Facebook, you get to see that. Carol Davis says, and I forgot to say, I'm from Grants Pass, Oregon. Grants Pass, Oregon is beautiful. I have stayed in that town before, and it is beautiful. Everybody that's sending me stars, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Betty Ann is tuning in. Michelle says, being a grandma is so, so special. I have so many fond memories of playing at each of my grandparents' houses. My daughter Lily is named after my grandmother Lillian, and I remember she had the most beautiful garden, and my grandfather enjoyed gardening. So those are a lot of my memories there. Little grandma and my grandfather. I had so many memories. They loved gardening as well. So I think my love for flowers and gardening came from both of my grandfathers, actually. Um, okay, Vicky says she is a grandmother of 12, ages from 24 years old down to 3 years old. Um, Love just grows. That's what I've heard. That's my understanding for grandparents is you think, okay, I've made it, I've arrived, my kids are out of the house, I'm an empty nester, but then your family just can expand. And I love the idea that love is something that grows. M. Wilson asked, do you get the kiddos for Halloween? I do. I actually get the kids this Friday after school. So usually I get them on a Sunday, but their dad and I do trade off when we need to. So I'm going to get the kids a little bit earlier. So I'm trying to get like all my laundry done today, all of my editing done, because I haven't like posted anything this week. I was like trying to recover for a couple days after the kids were there. And then I was talking about this earlier. I got to meet Ben Rector, and I actually got to meet him in person, like shake his hand, get to know him a little bit, he is like the most down to earth artist I have ever met. And I've met piano guys, I've met Due West, I've met Ben Rector. He was so sweet. And I had to ask him, I was like, so I hear that you have twins. And he was like, I do. And he told me like the ages of his kids. And I was like, "Okay, I gotta ask, do your boys" he has twin boys that are 5, a daughter that's 8 named Jane, and twin boys, and I was like, "Do your boys ever get into mischief?" And he was like, "Alone they don't, but together, yes." And I was like, "I can relate to that." So anybody that has twins, I just think, like, the mom is amazing for being pregnant with multiples. Let's see. I've got lots of comments coming in through Facebook, and I'll try and slow them down. It gets a little tricky. So if I haven't read your question, you're welcome to re-ask it again. Lynette Gibber is asking over on YouTube, how do we send stars? So that is new. You can send stars through YouTube. I know that's like a new thing. I have it set up where you can. I just don't know quite how to do that. I might have to like look up a tutorial on how to do that. Okay. How do you share Christmas Day? Is Elaine Bryant's question. So usually my kids' dad and I we alternate holidays. And so this year, I think my kids are going to be with their dad on Christmas. So we have like 2 weeks off for winter break. So the first half, they're going to be with their dad, and the second half, they'll be with me. So I could celebrate Christmas early with my kids, but I think I'm going to do it after Christmas. So that is one cool thing about divorce is your kids get 2 Christmases and 2 birthdays. My kids love that actually. They think it's like the coolest thing ever. So I am excited, but it's kind of nice because I feel like the pressure is kind of taken off. Like I don't have to go like all out for Christmas this year. So I'm really excited to just like simplify and just enjoy the sweetness of the Christmas season with my kids, like leading up to Christmas. Cause to me, that's like most of the magic is all the fun things and activities you do leading up to Christmas Day. Okay. Janelle asks, what are you doing for Halloween? I hope to go take my kids trick-or-treating to my old neighborhood. I loved living in that area of town, and I had some of the best neighbors, and they really love celebrating Halloween in that neighborhood. I did take my kids over to Dawn's house. She does a different theme for decorating every year. If you guys remember Dawn, she cut my kids' hair when they were younger. And so my kids still remember Dawn. So I've been sharing in my stories just some sweet memories that they have had with Sweet Dawn because we call her Dawn from the salon, is what my kids call her, Dawn from the salon, because she's so fun. Jill says, hello from beautiful fall trees in Minnesota. I have not really seen the leaves changing in southern Utah, so I'm excited to do a little bit of probably like traveling to my parents' cabin just to go see the leaves change because it doesn't officially feel like fall until I see the leaves changing. Allison says she is tuning in from Wollongong, Australia. Is that how you say it? I've never seen that city before, Wollongong, Australia. We're glad you're here. We actually have a huge fan base from the UK and Australia. If you guys didn't know that, and like the largest cities that follow are from the UK and from Australia. We've got people from Texas and New York as well. And then like a large group of people that live in Salt Lake City and Phoenix, Arizona. Stephanie is tuning in. Welcome, Stephanie. So I am just excited. I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for candles. I'm excited for trick-or-treating with my kids. Um, Somebody just asked, will the kids be with you for Thanksgiving this year? I don't remember. I want to say yes, but I'd have to look at our calendar. I honestly can't even remember if they're going to be with me. Leanne is from Georgia. You're such a wonderful person. Thank you. Betty Ann is tuning in as well. And Shellen, am I saying that right? Is from Hampton Roads, Virginia. Welcome. Okay, well, this wraps up our Facebook and YouTube live for today. I'm going to get back to editing. I've done a lot of fun things with my kids. I just haven't sat down to edit it. Kind of been recovering because I had several kids that were sick last year. And I was going to share with you guys too. I forgot to grab those products, but I started taking silver from Silverceuticals out of Linden, Utah. So they make a product, and I'll be sharing like discount codes and all of that in the up and coming month here. So I've been curious, if I started taking silver, would I get sick? My kids have had 3 different illnesses so far. I haven't gotten sick at all. So I've been taking this stuff for over a month now. So anyway, that stuff is amazing, but I just needed to rest up. I feel like the first couple days the kids are back. So I'm excited to be sharing more great content with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Love to you all. Hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'm going to go pick up Landon from school now, but I look forward to Wednesdays hanging out with everybody. You guys are just awesome. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. I will be posting what we were up to this last week with my kids tomorrow. Love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye. See ya.